Hello everybody out there today. My name is Kevin, also known as Seto Kaiba, or Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat. I know it's a weird name, but I like it. What the hell? We talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time. So today I'm going to start a new segment on my channel called, well, how to build decks and cheap decks. Because as we all know, if you're really into Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be very expensive, and if you can save money, that's a good thing. Need we say more? So I'm going to talk about today some relevant decks I believe are going to be good for this format, and even though the format really, we know, as many people have been saying, it's not been coming out. It hasn't come out yet completely. But let's try to look into the crystal ball and see what's coming down the road. So we'll take a guess. My guess is as good as anybody else. But let's see. I'll just tell you what I see on Duel Network and whatnot. So, as we all know, Hidden Arsenal 7 is coming out in April, and April is right around the corner. And literally, it's going to be around the corner, and you know you want the Hidden Arsenal 7 stuff coming out. A lot of you people out there, I know you do. And it's like a siren. It calls to you in the middle of the night. Buy me, come to me. Yeah, we know. So Hidden Arsenal 7 is coming out soon. Great. So what is gonna, a lot of shit's gonna hit the fan when Hidden Arsenal 7 comes out, and that's the format. There's your format. It's gonna start coming out then. The format for the summer and spring. So what decks are going to be good against combating all these decks coming out? They're going to be powerful. Spellbook Judgment Day and everything. Yeah. My first deck is Dark Worlds. Dark Worlds is cheap, but it is a little expensive. If you're willing to spend about 30 to 40 bucks, I know that's a lot, but if you're able to, you can make a good deck out of it. And if you're a good Dark World player, you can... Good Dark World players, because there are good and bad. I used to be bad. I've changed my ways. I've converted to being a good Dark World player, if there ever was such a thing, as being a nice, good Dark World player. So yeah, Dark World's very good. I have a thing for this format. They're going to be very good. They're a rogue deck. They're going to be relevant in the future. You know that. As long as Drag Down and Mind Crusher out there, and Snow and Grapha and Brow are at 3 and all that lovely stuff, they will be relevant. And you have to admit, they will be relevant, and you will hate it, and you will flip the table. Maybe it's not as much as the next cheap deck I'm going to talk about, which is Necro Valley. Yes, remember back in the day, you get Royal Tribute with Necro Valley on the field, you would flip the table, because that's pretty much GG. Because you have no hand, you can't draw, you're top decking, not good. So, what I would suggest is Dark Worlds first. Cheap if you want to spend some money on it, because the structural decks are hard to find and they're expensive online. Second, Gravekeepers, which is a little bit cheaper. They're good though. They are relevant because all decks this format, and for the foreseeable future, I would say, are going to revolve around your graveyard. Yes, Dark Worlds, I just said Dark Worlds were better. The reason why is because Dark World, Necro Valley, need I say more? But Gravekeepers are good. They lock down your opponent's graveyard. They stop them from getting BLS out. Yes, Heavy Storm and MLST is relevant, but you gotta draw those cards. And if you run a lot of traps, you gotta build it the way Gravekeepers. You gotta build the way you want to. If you want to go the Royal Tribute way with Stardust, Magnificent Stardust, the Maleficent Stardust Dragon. Great. You can build that way, or you can build it my way. You see in my deck profile with Gravekeepers. You should go check it out. Maybe you'll get some insight. But it just depends how you want to do it. Second deck I got on the list of cheap decks is Heroes. Now, yes, the guy in Austin we know did that Hero OTK deck, but so maybe Heroes may be a little bit more expensive now before I made this list, but they are still relevant. and they are still good. And heroes are always going to be good, as we've all discussed. I think there's a lot, we'll talk about this later, but I believe that heroes are always going to be, for now, because I have said this before, for now, they're going to be in that tier 2.5 for now. I don't know, we don't know how much longer, but I hope they do, because I love them to death. But they're cheap. Their fusions are cheap for the most part. You just there's really no such thing I've seen as a bad hero deck, unless you're just, you know, going back to the basic hero monsters. But even that is still good, really, when you get down to it. So heroes are very cheap, and I would say they're the cheapest on this list. Blackwings are next. Blackwings are very good. With Kalut at 3 now, I am noticing Duel Link from in real life and on Duel Network, because people are like, ooh, Kalut, let me go play my old Blackwings. Yee! All happy and whatnot. So, yes, I think it's a good deck. It's good if you're playing a local tournament or something like that, or your locals, you know. Have fun with it. It's a good, cheap deck, and it's good still. It's good. It's not as good as it used to be, but, you know, it's pretty good. Next up we have... Ooh, my thing's upside down. 6 Samurais. Now, 6 Samurais, I think, next to Dark World and Necro Valley, because of the ban list and because they brought Smoke Signal at the 3. They're so consistent. Like Mind Crush with Dark Worlds. It made the deck more consistent, in my opinion. From first-hand experience. 6 Samurais, it made the deck more consistent. And that's from me using the 6 Samurais, because I run both. I know I'm using a lot of decks I run, but because 2 of the decks I run improved standing. Heroes I do not run that much anymore. I don't run them at all, really. Except online. But I sold my hero deck a long time ago. Well, broke it apart, more or less. But heroes, Gravekeepers, Dark Worlds, 6 Samurai is good because Smoke Signal is at 3, and we know you have an ace card and Gateway. If you want to run Asceticism, fine, go do that. Just make it more crazy. I don't like it personally because I think, yeah. But that's my personal opinion. Please respect that. That's all I ask. But 6 Samurai is great. Cheap for the most part, yes, because they've been reprinted a lot. Shien, your Beast Bark, your Synchros are going to be the hardest thing to buy for that deck, really. Well, my last deck, I would say, is Evolves, because Evolves are pretty cheap for the most part. Yes, I know there was a bandwagon about a year ago where everybody was jumping on them, but with Hidden Arsenal 7 coming out, they're going to be, I don't know. I'm still waiting to see. I have seen people running on Duel Network, and I like it because I feel like it's a little bit step up from Macro Rabbit and all that stuff. But we'll see. We'll have to see in the long run how it does. I like it now. I think it's going to do good, but we'll have to see. Don't know, but that's my list. Please like and subscribe. Also, the list is in no particular order. Just pick and choose. I'm just naming some decks off. My cheapest one, I have to say, most relevant would be Heroes, as always. The most cheapest and good deck you ever buy. Yes, definitely. But please like and subscribe. I hope this segment goes good. I'll probably do more later, but take care all. Remember to like and subscribe as always. See ya.